time is now 6:15 and it's time for What's Trending. Well, how much would it it's Wednesday. How much would it cost you to convince your child to stay off social media for 6 years? For one Minnesota mom, $1,800 in 2016, Lorna Clefos promised her 12-year-old son Seifert $1,800 if he stayed off social media until he was 18. On February 19th, he claimed his prize, and Lorna, Seifert's mother, and his 3-year-old sisters would sometimes get too engrossed in their apps and feeds. And so when she heard about the mom doing something similar with their 16-year-old daughter, she wanted to try it out. And Seifert says it wasn't too difficult since he wasn't using social media too much anyways. Seifert says that the first app he's downloading is Instagram, and as for the money, he's planning to buy something for his dorm room when he starts at the University of Northwestern in St. Paul this fall. I think I started on social media when I was probably 12 or 13, and it definitely is an addictive thing to be on. I know, like, I catch myself scrolling for too much time during the day, so I think it's really interesting, and kudos to this mom for doing that because it definitely gives you more time in the day to do more productive things. So.
Yes, that's for sure. I definitely agree with that. It's a great idea and kudos to him for actually following through on it. I know when I pretty much just use Facebook because I don't like the negative things on social media, so I just use Facebook, and even then I'd rather not, but it helps me find news stories and stay on top of current events, so that's kind of why I still use it at this time.
Yeah, at this point I'm kind of like that too. I mean, we pretty much need social media for our jobs, and I'm sure many of us could easily shut it off, delete our accounts, period, if we weren't working in this industry. I know there were times I've been tempted to shut mine off with the way Facebook and social media is. I mean, social media, it can be a useful tool. It can also get a little deadly because one wrong move and people are down your throats and your credibility is down to zero.
Yes, I could definitely agree. And well, after social media, I like to have a drink, and brings us to our next story. An alcoholic version of Mountain Dew launches in several states on yesterday. Mountain Dew's owner, Pepsi, partnered with Boston Beer Company to turn the soft drink into a caffeine-free alcoholic beverage. The 100-calorie spiked seltzer is a 5% alcohol by volume. Hard Mountain Dew comes in 4 flavors: Baja Blast, Watermelon, Black Cherry, and Original. It will be sold in 24-ounce single-serve cans and a variety pack of a dozen 12-ounce cans. It launches in Tennessee, Florida, and Iowa on Tuesday, with plans to expand to several more states later on this year. And I like drinking and having a good beer every so often, but I've never really gotten into the seltzers. How about you guys?
Seltzers, I feel like they're hit or miss. Like sometimes they kind of taste like nail polish remover or have like a weird, I don't know, they have like a weird taste to me because I like the fruity things, so sometimes they're good. I think trying Mountain Dew would be interesting. I'm not a huge Mountain Dew fan. I know Mountain Dew is massive up here though. I remember when I first moved here, I was at Walmart and I just saw everyone stacking their carts full of Mountain Dew. I don't know if I'm just overgeneralizing, but I think it'll be cool to add this to the market. So
I mean, I think it's safe to say it definitely is. Mountain Dew is a popular drink. I'm banned for it because it probably has more sugar and whatever else you can think of it than my favorite drink, Pepsi. So so I mean, even that. I mean, I don't think I'm a big fan of the seltzers. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Seltzers either. I mean, I'm trying to remember if I've tried one before. I want to say I may have, and I'm not sure if I was a big fan of it at all.
Yeah, they're okay. Nail polish remover is still like an interesting.
Nail polish remover?
I don't know. It had a weird taste to me, so.
Oh, man. But meanwhile, though, the famous wedding chapels of Las Vegas were particularly busy on Tuesday, swamped with couples looking to tie the knot on yesterday's memorable date, the 2/22/22, or Tuesday as it's come to be known. From morning to midnight, several wedding venues were booked solid, with at least one chapel with multiple venues set to perform 112 weddings. For many couples, the date has special symbolic significance as it's February and Valentine, love, and plus the twos. They symbolize love, friendship, and this year has been a big one for tying the knot, with Clark County just surpassing 5 million marriage licenses over the weekend. And that's one thing I didn't even think about, though, that many people would have picked that day to get married. And I mean, it's lots of twos there, and I think I actually heard somewhere, and I think it was actually in Wisconsin. It was actually a baby that was born. I think what was it, at 2 p.m.
At 2:22.
2:22, and I think it was Yeah, it was like AM, I believe, right? So it's actually
so, the true-
so it's actually
true time.
true military time right there. And I think in exam room 2 or something like that to add it to make it even better. I thought I heard, if I read this story correctly. So 2 was definitely the number yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the last palindrome apparently that we'll have in our lives, but also a lot of people like to get married on consecutive numbers like 2, 3, like 4, or I mean, well, 4 isn't going to happen anytime soon, but you know what I mean, like 1, 2.
Wouldn't March 3rd, 2033 be one, or would it be like
There's no 33
There's no
for
there's no
numbers.
33rd
It goes up
day
to
of the year.
31.
2033? So we need a 33. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that means we need to work on the calendars and rig it and put more days in there, right?
Maybe.